Well, here we are, 8 years later. 8 years after the last meeting, we are here holding this European Union Select meeting, which is in the current geopolitical circumstances is a political imperative. It's a moment to reunite, to relaunch, and to rebuild a relation. We are altogether 1 billion people, 60 countries. I think it's going to be a success on itself, but the meeting is something more than a meeting. It's the starting point of a new relationship within the European Union and Latin America. We talk about digital alliances. We will have a specific meeting with the Mercosur ministers, another meeting with the Caribbeans, another about Venezuela, and then the plenary session, plus the business forum, plus the social forum. It's full of events. And I am very happy that most of the European and Latin American leaders came. For me, it was one of the most important events during my term. We work a lot for that to happen, and I am sure there will be a success and a good starting point for a stronger relation between Latin America, the Caribbean and the Europeans. Estamos unidos por la cultura, estamos unidos por la historia. Somos socios naturales, pero hemos de ser algo más que el resultado de la historia. Hemos de ser el resultado de la voluntad política de seguir trabajando juntos. Hay que hacer inversiones, hay que hacer cables ópticos, hay que hacer carreteras, puentes, fábricas, pero sobre todo hay que crear derechos y libertades que unan políticamente a esas dos partes del mundo que tienen tanto en común.
Why did it take so long? Why now?
Don't have to shout.
Are you afraid that the compromise on Ukraine will be watered down too much?
Yes, we are working on that. I'm sure I will find a way of saying what we have already been said in the United Nations. I don't expect more than that, to repeat what has already been said in the United Nations about the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Mr. Borrell?
Why did it take so long and why now?
That's a good question. Why did it take so long? Well, the COVID helped. During the COVID, we stayed 2 years without a diplomatic relationship. But it's not only the COVID, because the COVID didn't last 8 years. It's because, since we were natural partners, we didn't pay enough attention. This is the reason. The Europeans didn't pay enough attention to the Latin Americans. And now we have to react and taking into account the new geopolitical scenario with the emergence of China and the new role of Russia, we have to express and to show not only concern, but engagement.
Does that mean you're afraid you're losing the race against China, especially in Latin America?
We're not in a race with China. China is growing, it's very big, it's growing, it's buying. It has become the first trade partner with Latin America, something normal. But we continue being the first investor in Latin America. And the role of Russia from the point of view of economic relationship is purely negligible.
Mr. Borrell, about the Green Initiative.
That's another big question. I am so sorry to say that today Russia has refused to prolong this deal. And this is something very serious that will create a lot of troubles to many people around the world. We, from our side, we will do everything we can through our solidarity lanes in order to make available the Ukrainian grain for the people who eat from it. And I have to blame Russia for this decision, completely unjustified, weaponizing the hunger of the people.
But when Russia blamed the EU for not lifting the sanctions to allow their agricultural production.
That's completely nonsense. There's nothing to do. That's just an excuse.
On climate change today will be one of the topics. You worry about global warming.
Certainly I'm worried. How can I not be worried about global warming? For sure we are.
What are you talking about today about the global warming, about climate change?
Yes, we talk about it. We have to discuss about how we can cooperate with the Latin American countries who have the biggest biodiversity in the planet and the big green zone in the Amazon.
Mr. President, after the war started, we saw the potential of Latin American countries of being providers of resources to the world. This scenario make Europe pay attention to Latin America and say, okay, we need to strengthen the relations?
We don't have to look at the Latin American countries from an extractive approach.
Okay.
We have to take very much care that not to appear as someone who is worried and concerned by Latin American countries because we need their materials. Yes, we need them, but it's not just because of that. We have to support these countries in order to add value to their mineral resources. In Latin America has been a long story of rejecting extractiveness, and we have to continue on that way.
Do you see any chance that that there will be a breakthrough in Mercosur today?
I don't expect a big breakthrough, but I expect to express the will of continuous working hard on that in order to reach an agreement by the end of the year.
Our minerals president, copper, lithium, Latin America is a big source, but it's going to be a topic in the summit?
Well, not especially. I don't see that's going to be any specific topic, but it's important to both parts.
Thank you.
Maybe, I cannot tell.
Señor Borrell, para Colombia, ¿qué podemos esperar de esta cumbre, señor Borrell?
Esta cumbre podemos esperar que América Latina y Europa se cojan de la mano y enfrenten juntos los problemas globales del mundo, trabajando en colaboración. Hace mucho tiempo que no nos hemos hablado unos a otros y espero que hoy sea el punto de partida de una relación más fuerte, más comprometida, buscando el interés común, mutuo, de las dos regiones del mundo que están más cerca una de la otra por razones históricas, culturales, y hemos de ir más allá de la historia para construir un futuro basado en la voluntad de trabajar juntos. Ya verá, de aquí saldremos cogidos de la mano, enfocando el futuro.
También se hablará de derechos humanos con Nicaragua,
Claro,
con Venezuela.
por supuesto.
Señor Borrell,
Claro que sí,
señor
claro
Borrell,
que sí.
estamos en vivo para Caracol Radio. Usted fue a Colombia a la
Pues en eso vamos a trabajar, por supuesto, en eso vamos a trabajar.
¿Cuál sería el siguiente paso? ¿Cuál sería el siguiente paso?
Escúcheme.